This edition of MacVoices is brought to you by Opsgenie by Atlassian. With Opsgenie, your next incident doesn't stand a chance. Visit Opsgenie.com for your free account. Welcome to MacVoices. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, I'm pleased to have BeLight Software back this time to talk about their new and their first iOS app, Live Home 3D. And joining us to show it off a little bit and explain what it is Tanya Vert for her first time on MacVoices. Tanya, welcome. It's great to see you.
Thanks a lot for inviting me here.
Now, Tanya and I have had a couple little tech problems that we've been fighting, but I think we've got them resolved because her picture looks good, her sounds good, so we're going to try it. Tanya, tell us about Live Home 3D. This is BeLight's first iOS app, and I'm anxious to find out a little more about what it does.
Well, Live Home 3D is a powerful and intuitive iOS app for home design that provides a wide range of tools for floor plan creation and 3D visualization.
So this is something that I can use to design my home or maybe remodel my home or just get an idea of what something would look like with more different things in place.
Yeah, sure. You can both do renovation or create a new home from scratch.
And I also want to point out that this is an AR application. So this is one of the first things I've seen that I feel like is really useful that will take advantage of some of the AR capabilities of the newest iPhones and the new software to really put it to work for you.
Yes, that's right. The app offers AR at 1:1 scale, so you can see the house you just created like you're really in it, and you can see what you would see from the windows through your device's camera. And that is brilliant. It's
okay.
really...
Okay, that's interesting. So I will be able to look out the window and see what I would see if that were really my home.
Yeah, sure. I recorded a small video of AR with the room we'll be working on next, and you'll see it.
Okay, so right now we're going to demo the part of it where you're actually doing the work, but then we'll include the video that you recorded of the AR part a little bit later. So, if you don't mind, let's say I'll ask you to share your screen, your MacBook or your iPad screen, and we'll see how Live Home 3D works.
When you open the program, you see the standard documents browser with your recents. To see the gallery, you should tap plus. And here are all our sample rooms and houses and apartments. But we'll work on the documents I recently created. Here it is. So we have the editing area and library tab and the inspector. I'm sorry. But now we'll just look around the room. These weren't supposed to be here. So let's look around the room. We can also move further or closer. We can do it both using our fingers with standard iPad gestures or use navigation here. Oh, I think. Yeah, I like using fingers. So we have 3 modes. 2D mode lets you create floor plans, add windows, doors. You can either build with walls or the complete rooms. Let's now try adding another room near this one. We can resize it right here on the plan. We can add windows. And door. We can search it for it. No.
I love how easy it was to add that door. I mean that makes it so simple. You just drag and drop and it's there.
Yeah, and in the 3D mode, you can easily drag and drop objects too. Let me show it. By the way, you can use the built-in objects, or you can import one, or many, from your computer, or, well, from your device, or from 3D Warehouse, where you can find millions of free 3D objects. So let's now add an armchair. This one. Let's put it here, and then move it here. I used the wrong mode. So now we can change properties of this armchair. We should select it, and we can rotate it the way we want. And we can change the properties, make it smaller or bigger. We can also apply any material to it. Let's say this. Yeah, very good. So I'd like to also show you elevation view. This is a unique feature for iOS because we're the first app to provide it. Well, the first home design app with elevation view. Usually only professional, expensive desktop programs have it. But now you can. So let's get rid of this home chair. It's not fitting here. And let's select, I know, this contour and see it in, you can't access the right wall. Let's do it with the door. So now you see that you can precisely move it the way you want. And you can do it with furniture, niches, porches, anything you want.
This seems to be a lot easier than moving furniture around, and you certainly can't move a door around like you just did. So Now, go back for a second to the chair. You were applying a texture to it, and there are an awful lot of textures already built into the program. Is that something that there are additional textures available somewhere?
Yes, you can buy an in-app purchase, or if you have the Pro features in-app, you can build one from scratch.
Okay, I'm really impressed with the quality of some of the textures, and I know, folks, this is going to be compressed videos, so it may not be as impressive as on my screen, and definitely not as impressive as it is on an iPad screen. But if you look at the back wall that Tanya has up now, there are, I mean, you can see the nail holes, you can see the textures of the wood. Um, Again, on my screen, I can see the textures of the tiles in the floor. And so I, I I wish we could show you exactly how good this looks, but trust me, it really does look good. And the idea that you could do this again without having to move furniture and design everything to scale, Tanya, is really impressive.
The app is free, so anyone can just download it and check.
Oh, the app is free.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I always ask this question, Tanya. How do you make the money on it? Are there subscriptions, or is there um, a packs of materials to buy, or what?
Well, okay. The app is free, and a user is allowed to create one project. You can use all the materials, everything, objects, I don't know, import anything, but export would have watermark. And to create another project, a user has to buy either standard features or pro features. The pro features include elevation view, which I mentioned before, and advanced exports, imports, formats, and the higher quality exports.
Opsgenie by Atlassian is sponsoring today's MacVoices. Getting alerts immediately is critical when an incident occurs. But that's not enough. Getting them to the right people, the people who can really make a difference, is what matters. That's why you need Opsgenie from Atlassian. Opsgenie lets you and your team respond to incidents the right way, the efficient way. Engineers get the engineering notices, operations get the operations notices, not the other way around. Your team members on the East Coast get East Coast notifications, while your team in London get London notifications. So problems get resolved quickly by the team members who can handle them. I just logged on to a financial services site the other day, or tried to. It didn't load for an unusually long period of time, and then I got a database error message. Needless to say, I wasn't impressed. The site remained in that state for a good 30 minutes. Now that doesn't sound like much, but those were 30 minutes that I was an unhappy customer, and they were 30 minutes I spent thinking about moving to the competition. I'm sure that site wasn't using Opsgenie. If they had been, the right team members would have known, and as the downtime stretched beyond a few minutes, the issues would have been escalated so more resources could be dedicated to the problem. That's what Opsgenie lets you do for your customers. You don't know when your next incident will occur. Be ready when it does by visiting Opsgenie.com right now, sign up for a free account, and add up to 5 team members free. See what Opsgenie can do for you. That's Opsgenie from Atlassian at Opsgenie.com. Never miss a critical alert again with Opsgenie. Thanks to Opsgenie and Atlassian for sponsoring this week's MacVoices.
Could you take us back to the floor plan view, and show us how that the way you've done it there? Let's say we want to add another room off of the bedroom, or the room we were showing. How do I control exactly the precise dimensions?
So you can see the dimensions. You can choose if to write the dimensions or so in the settings. You can see here. You can choose the measurements.
Down to millimeters. That's impressive. It goes the whole way down to millimeters.
Oh, yes, you can choose inches, meters, and you can choose whether to show the size of the room or the dimensions, like this. Now you can see here. Now there's hidden area.
Well, gee, if this is free to play with like this, I mean, okay, so I do one project, but it'll give me a great feel for the program and just exactly what it can do and how much, I mean, frankly, how much fun I could have with it or how useful it could be for me to build a new home or to do an addition to my home or even just to redecorate my home.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to mention that we have many types of roofs available. I should show it on another project. Let's pick this one. You can create any type of roof from scratch or choose from templates. Here we can change roof type. And here we have different types of roofs. And rotate it the way you want. It was important to talk about this because not many other apps have roofs at all. Many home design apps don't provide this feature.
Now we're going to put the AR movie in here that you recorded before, but talk a little bit about the AR view and the AR capabilities of this app.
Yeah, we have AR. Let me show how it's done. In Export, you can choose View in AR. Then you should point to any surface and wait until it is detected. Then you can add a different scale, the house at different scales. Let's now choose 1 to 25. And now we see this house you just saw on the screen. Now it's on the table. We can rotate it. We can also walk inside, but when the scale is 1 to 25, it's not that easy, and it's not so impressive because when you choose 1 to 1, but when you choose 1 to 1 scale, you really feel like you're inside the house that doesn't exist. You've just created it, and you're inside. You can see from the windows what you would really see if this house would be there. So I went to the park near the office.
So to be clear on what we're seeing, you went to the park, you created your you pulled up your model, and so what we're seeing out of the windows of the room is the park, but we're seeing it from within the model that you created.
Yes, that's right.
I love this because this really does give us an idea of what AR can do and why. So if I build my house and then go in your program and go out to the local park or even to the site where my home is going to be, I can figure out how I want it positioned. I can see, to your point, what I can see out of the windows. I can see how it fits on the lot. It really does give you an idea of what AR may be able to do for us.
Yes, that's right. And I think it's one of the most interesting ways to use AR, because I think it can change the whole way the industry works now. I mean,
Yeah.
interior and home design. You can go there before you actually build the house and see what you would see.
And if it seems like a bit of a daunting task to build everything from scratch, that's what you do when you build a home anyway, is you figure out what the size of the rooms are, you figure out what carpet you want, what walls you want, I mean, everything like that. So it really is just like that process. But here, if you decide that you don't like something, you get to get a feel for that and make a change before you have to hire a contractor to come and rip something out and start over.
Yes, that's right.
So, Tanya, once again, this app is free. It's on the iOS App Store, and you can do one project with it for free. And then there are various levels of features that you can buy if you decide to take it to a next level. But if I were building a house, I would think this is almost essential.
Yeah.
So, BeLightSoftware.com is do I have that right, or BeLightSoft.com?
No, we have www.lighthome3d.com.
Oh, it has its own domain. Great.
Well, you'll find it on BeLight's website, but it has its own.
Great. Excellent. Tanya, thanks for being here, and thanks for hanging in there through some of the tech challenges. But I think we have a good demo of it, and I'm looking forward to playing with it a little more myself.
Thanks a lot for your patience, and I'm sorry for these tech difficulties.
Well, we should mention that this is not. I'm in Pennsylvania. You are in Ukraine, so it's not like we're neighbors. So sometimes you have those little difficulties.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices. I really hope you'll give Live Home 3D a look if you have the need for something like this, because it's probably one of the better things. And the fact that it's on your iPad, you're not tied to your desktop. If you're trying to design your home, you can go out, walk around, take it with you to the coffee shop, work on it there. There are just so many reasons that an iPad is a better platform for this kind of software. Until the next time, and as always, thanks for watching.
Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our MacVoices Facebook group and get more out of your Apple Tech with MacVoices magazine, free on Flipboard. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us at patreon.com/MacVoices and join these folks who help keep MacVoices coming to you. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.